Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Jen here, and today I wanted to share something. I had to look back and I was like, I don't think I've ever put all of this all in one video. Yes, I've lost over 90 pounds on a GLP-1. I'm currently on Mounjaro 5 milligrams, but I feel like I've honestly gained more than I lost because I feel like I've gained my health. I've got my confidence back, a lot more energy these days, even on a GLP-1. And I also have the ability to walk up the stairs without sounding like I just had a massive fight with a bear. Yes, I'm keeping it real here. Listen, we've all been there. But today I want to talk about, and I put it into 10 things, 10 habits that I feel like have changed everything for me. And these weren't these like quick fixes. They weren't punishment. They weren't like overnight transformations, fads, nothing. They were just some small changes, baby steps that I feel like have stacked up over time that got me to lose 90 pounds. And I think when I was doing my Finish 2025 Strong, which I'm currently crushing right now, a lot of these started flooding back in my mind. So go ahead, take a second, grab a drink, break out your walking pad, get some steps in while watching this, or maybe you just had enough of your family and you need to go sit in your car, turn on a video and relax. You found a good one to watch today. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. Let's talk about the one habit that I feel like genuinely saved me from myself. And I think it's just so simple, is that I decided to automate one meal a day. Picked one meal. Sounds too simple to matter, but it worked for me because guess what? Decision fatigue is real. Like food noise is real at times, even on a GLP-1. We know how important protein is as well. So for me, I was like, let me think of how to make my life easier. Let me automate breakfast. And let's be real, if you watched any of my prior videos, you already know where I'm going here. My breakfast has been the same, just about the same for the past 2.5 years. It's my protein coffee. It is not fancy. It is not complicated at all. It is perfect for me. And every single morning I get up, I make some decaf coffee. Most of the time I will just grab like a ready to drink protein shake, but I've done protein powders as well. There were 2 scoops of collagen peptides in there. I shake it up, pour it over ice, grab a straw, start my morning. And that has been my breakfast. I look forward to it for months and it just hits every time for me. It's easy, it's predictable, it's high protein to start the morning, keeps me from grabbing whatever I want, thinking I want a muffin or a donut or whatever else is out there, starting my day at 7 a.m. And I think it's even more important for me to just say like, free up your mental bandwidth. One less thing that I have to overanalyze because that is what I'm known for. And it's, I think, one less chance for me to be chaotic and just try to bring a little consistency into the mix every single time. And every time that I would try to deviate from this, it would throw off my entire day. That's how much I love how simple my protein coffee is. Now, I have tried to automate 2 meals before, but I just felt like one was that sweet spot for me. So I just stick to automating 1 meal a day. Then habit 2 is what I say, eat protein first. Eat your protein first, always on your plate. This is one of those habits that, I don't know, feels a little bit tiny, but is a little bit powerful because we know this isn't groundbreaking. Protein keeps you full longer, supports your muscle, helps reduce cravings. And if you are losing weight, especially on a GLP-1, we know how important muscle is for us. Now, I did not track my macros like a mad scientist. I did track on occasion though. But most times I just ask myself like, all right, I'm building my meal. What's my main protein source? And I build everything else around it. Protein was always my first thing to choose. Like if I was doing taco night, right? I would build the protein first. How much protein do I need in each taco? And then I'd load it with, whatever else I needed to. When I'm eating out, I would look for chicken, shrimp, steak. Sometimes I do double protein. If I'm feeling snacky, my mind needs to go to Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beef jerky, something like that. And then even, like I said before, my protein coffee, 30 grams of protein. I didn't even have to think about it. I think this tiny shift can have a massive impact. And we all know when you're on a GLP-1, there are going to be days where I feel like it hits a little bit stronger than other days. And we may not be able to eat everything that's on our plate. And I think this is a time where I always say to prioritize protein first. This is why I say that, because you should never leave protein on your plate, right? That should not be the only thing left on your plate. Like for me, if I look down, I want to make sure I crushed all my protein, and if I have something left, it's some rice and sweet potatoes. I am never going to leave shrimp behind. It's just not going to happen. Nope. And then habit 3, I think, is exercise because you love your body, not because you hate it, right? This one, I think, changed my mindset more than any of my other habits, right? Because I used to, in some ways, feel like exercise was a punishment for me, like to burn off the calories, make up for last night. I got to do better because I ate too much yesterday. I need to do more 2 days. Like, I think that mindset is toxic. And that's probably why it's never lasted for me. Like, this is the longest journey I've been on and been able to be consistent, right? It's all about self-love. And I think when I realized that, everything clicked. And I moved because it felt good and I wanted to do it, because my body deserved the care that it needed, because it really helped with my stress and my mood, and it helped me sleep better. And because, like, I felt like the stronger I got, the more capable, and I guess the more confident I felt, because I was like, you don't have to run and then do this massive strength training session. You don't have to do HIIT exercises every single day. You don't need to be an athlete. You want to move because you want to get stronger. You want to be alive. Like, movement to me is a privilege. It should not be a punishment. And the moment that I think I like flipped that switch a little bit in my brain to associate like exercise with my health, and it's not the sole reason I would lose weight, I think that started transforming me, right? Like, I used to think if I wasn't drenched in sweat, well, I mean, who doesn't mind a good workout, but like drenched in sweat, 600-700 calories a session, then what's the point? Like, now I enjoy going to the gym. I stick to my plan, right? One workout that day. That's it. And then habit 4 is strength training is for functionality, not for aesthetics, right? So I'm kind of stacking some habits here. And I think strength training is not about, for me, getting super shredded. I'm not going to do a bodybuilding routine. It's all about how I want to be functional, right? Think about it. Strong legs mean that the stairs aren't my enemy. I have a strong core. I have less back pain. I've had 2 back surgeries. I want a strong core. Strong arms because I want to carry my groceries in one trip. I don't want to make multiple trips. Strong glutes because I want to protect my knees. You know, more like muscle because it makes your metabolism so much stronger. And on a GLP-1, we know we need it, especially because we're all about recomposition, right? So my strength training program from day one has always looked very similar. It was 4 days a week, right? At most 40 minutes. Basic movements, split into upper, lower, then upper, lower, just rotated those. I kept it so simple. Slow progression to just, you know, up my weight. No ego lifts. There was no pressure, right? It was all about me just like building the foundation of a body that could support my future self. Bless her heart. She's going to be a tough one. And also, I feel like strength training is my anchor, right? If you're starting small, 10, 15 minutes, body weight, like, or just do like the circuit at the gym. There's like always that circuit right when you walk in of all the machines, and those are all you need to worry about. But for me, I'm all about wanting to carry those groceries down the hall. One trip, did it the other day. I felt amazing. And that is the main reason why I do farmer's carries 1 to 2 days a week. It also helps really well with grip strength. But I just want to make one trip from my car to my condo. And that's what I keep reminding myself, like, when I am strength training, I'm all about improving my quality of life and my future self. That strength training session isn't going to be the sole reason I lose a pound or 2 that week. And then habit 5 is you can't get a refund for the calories that you have ate. This one's funny because I think it's also painfully true, right? Like, once you eat your calories, once you eat them, you can't return them. There is no return desk. There's no refund desk. And I don't mean this in an obsessive way. Please don't take it that way. I mean it more in a be mindful of what you're eating way, right? So before you're going to snack or pick at things, try to take a step back. And I love to do this now. It's like, is it worth it? Is it gonna make me, you know, feel good? And the big one is like, is this what's going to support my goals that I want? And guess what? Sometimes when I'm in a mood, that answer is yes. And I go and I enjoy it. But I feel like lately that answer has been no more than yes, because I'm pausing, right? I think food freedom is not eating whatever or whenever you want. I think food freedom is making the choice that like honors your future self and your goals. And I think this habit is something that's going to live with me daily for the rest of my life. And I know I still have my moments. I'm going to. I struggle with food a lot, and I feel like even on a GLP-1, there's days that I struggle. But if I just take a second and ask myself, is this going to support my goals? That's the best that I can do. It's the habit that I'm going to do every single day for the rest of my life. Then habit 6 is leave the house, not your body. I know that sounds a little poetic, but this is a huge part of my transformation. I'm going to do the best I can to explain this, right? Because leave the house, not your body. And this is what I mean by this. And I think a lot of us, I should say me, I try to escape feelings of stress or boredom or shame, by like mentally checking out of my body. And anything else that happens, right? I just like numb out. I'll scroll. I snack without even thinking about it. Like, oh my God, I ate a whole bag of chips. When did that happen? Try to keep myself constantly busy, right? I disconnect at times. But I think like you're healing your weight loss, your self-confidence, like you're healing from within. And it doesn't come from abandoning yourself. I think it comes from like coming back to yourself. Like, so when I say leave the house, I literally mean change your environment, right? If you're going through something, change your environment. Does that mean get up, go get some fresh air, break the pattern, shift the energy? Like sometimes you need like a new physical space to just reset your mind. But when I say not your body, I mean, don't abandon your sense of self, right? Don't detach from the present moment. Be in the moment. Don't leave your body behind emotionally is what I'm trying to say. Instead, like every once in a while, just try to check in with how you're feeling. Now, that's not a constant thing. You shouldn't constantly say how do I feel all day long. But like try to make sure you're not eating when you're stressed or bored. Like just take some deep breaths so you're going out for a nice little walk. Just take it all in. Also, just try to acknowledge your emotions instead of just like numbing them. I think like be in your body. Don't run from it. I think leaving the house at times was my reset button. Sometimes I would just get up, go for a short little walk. But like staying in my body, being present, that was my anchor. Like this, I felt like this habit is what really grounded me. It helped me stop emotionally eating as much or spiraling as much as I was early on and just trying to stay connected to the version of me that I'm working towards, right? You're allowed to step outside for fresh air. Like you're allowed to just take a break. Do you know the amount of times that I've started and stopped things? I mean, I have videos on that all the time. You're allowed to reset your surroundings, right? Don't lose yourself in the process though. That's all I'm trying to say. And I hope I did a good job explaining that. But then habit 7 is you can lose weight at any age. I don't care how old I am. I know weight loss is possible, right? I know health is possible. Strength is possible, right? Energy is possible. I lost the most amount of weight I ever had in my 40s. I feel better now than I did when I was 18. Age is not a barrier to me. Yes, I know metabolism slowing down. I get it, but it is not too late. Like I think every minute we choose ourselves, it's going to be the right time. And this journey is not reserved for 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds that have like in some endless time. Don't need a lot of sleep, right? I think this is for people that just decide I'm starting. Doesn't matter your age, right? You just don't have to just stop overcomplicating it. Stop following these fad diets. Stop listening to podcasts that conflict with other podcasts. Don't get trapped in this lately like, oh, if you're perimenopausal, good luck losing weight. Yes, it's a hurdle, but at any age we can do it. And I think our approach is going to be, or my approach is going to be different than that person next to me, right? Don't mirror the person that is next to you while you're trying to lose weight or you're watching these videos. Why did they lose 10 pounds? I only lost 2. You just have to find that right approach that works best for you. And I truly believe that any one of us can lose weight at any age. And then habit 8 is all about that consistent sleep routine. I'm not going to have habits without having something about sleep in here because sleep is the most underrated queen of weight loss. When I improved my sleep, and this was not overnight, this took like over a year, it started to get a little bit easier. I noticed less cravings, more energy. I felt my workouts were really starting to get better mood, logging in the morning, better focus. I also had some better hunger signals. And I think this is what's helped me the most, is that I really try to go to bed at the same time and try to wake up at the same time. Now, I'm not going to do it 365 days out of the year, but I have, white noise. I cool my room. I have, curtains that go up that just really darken the room, so pillowcase. I just have a great skincare routine. I just have a good wind down routine, because good sleep makes weight loss feel like you're a little bit on the easy mode. The cheat code is kicked in. And then habit 9, I think small habits add up. Just stating the obvious here, because all of my transformation didn't happen with one big change. It was like little tiny choices repeated over and over and over again. Like the day I just decided I'm going for a walk, focused on a high protein meal, went to bed at the time that I wanted to, right? Got good sleep. One strength training session. I hit my hydration goals. I had my water with electrolytes. And I think one moment choosing not to binge is huge. Just put away the snacks and just choosing to keep going each and every day. I did not overhaul my life at all. I just shifted my habits 1% at a time. And the habits, they compound like interest. They really do. And I know this is the hardest thing is we want to see things, right? You're not going to see this day to day. Month to month, year to year, those changes are huge. And I really truly believe, even at my current state, we're all one tiny habit away from completely changing our future. And I think the very last habit that I want to talk about, habit 10, is about food. It's about eating the food you love. Just try to make it a little bit healthier. I was not going to spend the rest of my life eating food I hated, right? That's called a diet. Diets don't last. I wanted a lifestyle. So I kept all my favorite foods. I did. I just found a way to make them fit my goals. Tacos. I found some clean taco shells with limited ingredients. And instead of having 4 tacos, I had 2. Pizza. Yeah. Maybe one day I wanted to make my own with some flatbread and I loaded it with veggies. I still eat pizza. I have oh my God, my sweet tooth. I wish that would go away with the GLP-1. It really didn't. But now I'm making protein ice creams, or I put bananas in my blender, make banana ice cream with some huge dark chocolate chips. Oh my God, they're so good. And then I air fry everything, not the ice cream. I don't want to go right into that. I am obsessed with my air fryer. I love my Ninja air fryer. I have not ever felt like I was deprived. I felt like I was empowered, and it's because I controlled what I was eating. And I think that's how I stayed consistent for so long. I love my chicken tenders, my sweet potato fries, and I pair it with a veggie. I have that at least once a week. I love chicken tenders. And sometimes I make them myself and I make them a little bit healthier. And then other times I just find ones with better ingredients, and guess what? I throw it in my air fryer, because we're back to my air fryer because I love it. See, I can't live without my air fryer. I know, I'm obsessed. I'm going to walk away. But those are my 10 habits. Those are my 10 habits that I feel like really helped me lose 90 pounds. And more importantly, these are the habits that keep and has kept the majority of my weight as I've had the roller coaster this year. And I truly feel like for the first time in my adult life, I'm healthy. And I feel like if you connect with this, if you're on a GLP-1 weight loss journey, you want to see more videos about habits and strength training and just the journey that I'm on, take a second, hit that like button so YouTube knows that you want more content like this. And also tell me in the comments below, which habit are you starting today, or what habit is your favorite habit so far on your GLP-1 journey? Even if it's the smallest one, they all count. But I want to thank you all for checking out today's video. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you in my next video, where I will finally update you on where I am on my Finish 2025 Strong. Bye.